Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Homemade Cooking. I am Chef Jenny. I'm going to be your instructor today, and we are so excited to partay with you. Hi, Deb. Hello, Scott. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Carol. So excited to have you all today. How are we doing on a Thursday? Are we okay? We are like full-on holiday countdown mode. You might be in the middle of holiday celebrations right now. A happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate. I mean, do we have our shopping done? Do we have our meal picked out, what we're gonna get? Are the stocking stuffers picked out? I mean, there's a lot. It's a lot, right? It's a lot. You know what will make it better, like ease the stress away a little bit? Roast pork. I've always turned to roast pork in times of need, and I feel like this is going to be a healing hour for us. Chef Kat is here too because we need an adult in charge. Chef Kat, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, Jenny.
How do you feel about the calming effects of roast pork? Has it been a beacon for you in your life as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're from Hawaii.
Absolutely.
I mean, state sponsored by roast pork.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool pork. Let's go.
Let's
Any
go.
Let's go.
These are the vibes we are bringing into the last week before Christmas. Hello, everyone. We've got a great class for y'all today, as we're still letting people stream in, saying hello, because we always like classes where it's not just us, we got friends, and we've got some amazing friends here today from Schmidt Brothers Cutlery. If you cannot see this stunning knife that I've got here, we really luck out. We always have the most incredible co-sponsors, but when we get new toys in here, all the chefs are like this because we're so happy. And those are the vibes the past week, because these knives that we have, look how pretty they are. They're so nice. They're lightweight. All the vibes. I'm doing my makeup better because they're here. I'm trying to elevate my style to match the style of a knife. You know, a knife is beautiful when you're dressing better to match the vibes of the knife. So we've got some beautiful knives that we're going to talk about from the incredible Schmidt Brothers. We've also got a couple representatives on the call today. So if you have questions about their knives, about what knives to pick out that are best for you, just any and all knives, FAQs, throw them in the chat. We're so lucky to have people here who are knife experts. So please, they're an incredible company. We're going to share some info about them, but if you want to know more, ask throughout the class because we love engaging with you. As always, if you want to ask questions, we are live. We want to engage with you. So please ask questions in the chat. Raise a little hand. Chef Kat will let you into the chat if you want to interact with me live and we can ask questions. All that we ask is that you just share your screen so we can see your beautiful faces. We always like seeing you. Hello, Lena. See you pop in there. I see my dad. Hi, Dad. We can wave to the people. He's there. It's so distracting when the person who raised you and knows all your secrets is facing you right as you're slicing. All right. We're going to get into it. Any questions, add it in the chat. We're going to get going here. Thank you, Schmidt Brothers. We're so excited to do this class with you all. Are you ready, Chef Kat?
I'm always ready for porchetta.
Oh, that's just your mode. Like if porchetta happens, you're ready.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's a Friends episode where Joey Tribbiani has a fork in his pocket and he just casually takes it out because he's always ready. And that is kind of like, I was like, yeah, that's what we're bringing. That's the vibes. Always be ready for cake, porchetta, burrata.
Anything good food. Any good food.
If it happens, you want to be ready. Yeah. Okay. So what is porchetta? We keep saying this very wonderful Italian word. What is it? It is Italian roast pork. It's beautiful roast pork. And if pork, just the idea of pork doesn't make you salivate enough, it's this herb marinated pork that's rolled up. It's pork belly. It's rolled up pork belly. Do you know what is made from pork belly? Bacon. So we are starting with the building blocks of bacon and making an entire meal out of it. So there's no way the class is going to be bad, y'all. This is a winner. It's Italian roots. My Sicilian self is so excited about this. So we're going to show you how to roll it up, work some knife skills with that. We're going to start off, though, just to have a clean station and all, we're going to start off with a salad and work on our salad first. The pork is going to be super savory, really rich in umami. It's got a ton of great flavors with it. So we're going to work with a little bit of winter greens. And we're going to start off, because this is a knife class, we don't go over knife skills a ton, but it's always a great reminder, is that the pinch grip. When you're working with a knife, I always teach students to work with a pinch grip. So that's taking your pinchers, putting it on the blade, see my 3 fingers up, and then my 3 fingers curl underneath. So I've got a good grip on it. This is a very polarizing, a lot of people have opinions about it. I do not put the finger on top. Chef Kat, talk to me.
Nope, I do not do the finger. I don't recommend doing the finger. Nope. You lose like a lot of stability in holding your knife. You lose stability with that.
So look, I was raised with family members who literally will hold a potato and take a large kitchen knife and cut it in their hand, which is like so.
I got the heebie-jeebies
so
thinking
dangerous,
of that.
Yet they never cut their hands. So who's to say? But if I'm teaching a method here, I'm gonna say pinch grip, 3 fingers underneath. Do not put that finger on top. That's what we want to see. And then fingers always on a board. You want to see them pulled back. So when I'm holding my food, my fingers are back. Because if your fingers are out here and you're slicing and it gets away from you, that's how you get nice little decoration scars on the tips of your fingers. So just some few basic ones. The biggest one is that pinch grip. That's what I'm going to tell you. So we're starting here with a little winter green salad. This is Radicchio. It's very popular in the winter and is part of the chicory family. If you grow up Italian like myself, and this is an Italian recipe, you will quickly become accustomed to this anise black licorice flavor that seems to permeate all things Italian. I love it. It's my favorite flavor profile. Fennel has it, and we're using some fennel seeds in the porchetta. Chicory family things have it. So like frisée has it, and we've got this Radicchio. This kind of bright bitterness is going to counteract and be a nice palate cleanser to the deep richness of the pork. So I've got Radicchio here. I've got a head. I think I'm going to do a half a head, but you can absolutely start with a whole. So I've got a half here, and you can see there's a core here. So instead of cutting it this way, I'm going to put the flat side down because flat is stable. And I'm going to cut it in half here. And then I'm just going to cut that little core out on its ridge. Radicchio, a lot of people don't realize, is delicious if you grill it too. It's really nice if you grill it. You can cut this whatever way you want. I actually like to do thin slices of it. You can see my fingertips are back. We are using this knife. This is the chef's knife from the Jet Black series from Schmidt Brothers. It is a beautiful matte black titanium. Schmidt Brothers has a German style knife, and it's 100% German stainless steel. Knives can kind of be divided into 2 camps, usually German style or Japanese style. If you're looking for a really good chef's knife, or need to replace it for you, or to give it to someone as a gift, which holiday is around the corner, a really good quality chef's knife is a great gift to give someone. I usually recommend people starting out with a German knife. German knives, the style is, they are the workhorses of the kitchen. They do all the stuff. And with Schmidt Brothers, I'm going to continue to just go ahead and slice here. With Schmidt Brothers, they've got a patented curve here that is really going to give me more safety and give me a comfortable place, as you can see in here, to put my fingers when those 3 fingers are coming underneath, which is really nice. And because of the titanium here, it's not as heavy as kind of old school European knives. They kind of have a real heft to them, and they usually can look a little chunkier. So one of the things that I'm very excited about Schmidt Brothers is because, you know what, I'm actually gonna leave this on the board. I just remembered, I'm gonna do my dressing straight in the bowl. And one of the things we really like about Schmidt Brothers is the design of the knives. I used to help design and organize kitchens, and I'm very design focused, and I will say like an old school knife block that I'm gonna totally roast my dad as he's live on here. Not roast, but like a knife block that maybe my mom got from Gottschalk's working there in the 80s as a kid. Maybe they're a little, yeah, he's laughing because he knows. They're a little bulkier. They're a little more old school looking. So this is their knife block, and you can see the knife block behind. For design focus, these are some of the most modern knife blocks I've ever seen. So I don't mind having a very modern and stylish knife block on the counter when they look this good.
I say this every class. I am obsessed with these knife blocks.
Was that politically correct enough? You know those ones. Your mom has those, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've all, it's part of, yeah. There's no shame in it, but how do you go back when you got this type of knife block? It's so beautiful. So I'm going to make a very quick little vinaigrette here. Again, our pork has a ton of fat and a ton of herbs and a lot of flavor. So the salad with the little bit of bitterness and the acidity is just, the purpose of it is to just give us enough little flavor to kind of cut through that fat to palate cleanse. So I'm going to start with the little balsamic vinegar, good Italian balsamic vinegar. Not all vinegars, and I am eyeballing this. This is one where fully eyeballing. Just gonna go ahead, I've got some in here, a good pinch of kosher salt. And as we say to all of you, if you're looking for flavor, please, please, please use fresh ground pepper. It's a huge difference when you add fresh ground pepper in there. I have some fresh ground pepper that I added in here. So, it's fun to go to specialty oil and vinegar shops if you have one near you to try different balsamics, because a lot of times they'll have imported balsamic vinegars from Italy and they'll have different ages on them. Vinegars, and Italians take vinegar seriously. It's like wine. So different designations are given to balsamic based on what region it's grown in, based on the age, what kind of cask it might be aged in. So you can get really beautiful, rich, sweet flavors from it, the higher quality you go. So kind of like how you have finishing salts, you can have your everyday balsamic and you can have a finishing balsamic just like with olive oil. So I think I have minimum three different balsamics in my cupboard right now. And I'm fully prepared to die on this hill to justify why I need every one of them, and they're taking up space.
I mean, I have like 4 different salts in my cabinet.
Right,
so.
And we need all of them. We need them. They're so important. I have to remember that when I challenge my husband to throw out socks he hasn't worn in a long time, because I'm not letting go of my vinegars, so like you have to have balance there. So salt, pepper, balsamic, and I'm just gonna whisk in a little good EVOO, extra virgin olive oil here. What's your salad vinaigrette ratio? I'm doing like a third vinegar to 2/3 oil here.
I like mine a little bit more vinegary, so I'll go a little bit heavier on the acids.
I like mine to have a little bit more vinegar too. Especially since this is, again, cutting that richness of the pork. And then here's a little trick for entertaining. You never want to toss your greens in your vinaigrette or dressing too early, because the salt and acid are going to wilt them. Salt likes to draw moisture out. It will pull moisture out of whatever you put it on. So it's going to wilt these greens. We've all been to a wedding buffet and had a soggy pre-dressed salad. It's almost mandatory like we've all had that experience. So a way to prevent this at your house is you can make this in the morning. And then this radicchio is a hardy green. So I'm gonna put my radicchio on top. And then you can cover this and put this in the fridge until you're having dinner in the PM. And then you just toss it together right before you eat. This is a great trick for all salads if you're entertaining. Get this out of the way, clean up the kitchen before people come over. I do not want to be in the kitchen when people are here. I want to be out with everyone else, having a really good like cranberry cocktail, whatever special cocktail we've got going on. I don't want to be in the kitchen by myself cooking. So this is an easy way to do that. And then the vibe is bitter greens. So I also have the very peppery arugula that I'm just going to put on top. And then, because it is Italian, Parmigiano Reggiano is mandatory. So I have some shaves. And I've got the good stuff. It's got the rind on it. So I've got that good Parmesan. Some little shaves of Parmigiano Reggiano. If you have a really good sharp cheddar, that would be nice. I mean, I would be 50-50 shaved cheese to dressing, but I'm trying not to be that person right now. Like, you know, there's those people at Olive Garden when they say when, and you just sit there and get half cheese. Like, I was that kid, so I do like me a lot of cheese, especially fresh parm. There's nothing like it. Get some fresh parm for your cheese boards for the holidays, y'all. Mandatory, right? Like a good chunk of... Yeah.
That's why there's charcuterie there, too.
I mean, they get it. My people get it, you guys. All right. Keep this covered in the fridge. Put it in. You're done. Your salad's done for the day. You don't have to make this last minute. Just know you can't toss it. Just leave it like it is now. And a little note for cooking for the holidays. Your rind, your Parmesan rind, do not throw these out. Once you get to that rind, save them. Pop them in the freezer. I add them to my sauce, my bolognese, even short ribs. I'll put, a lot of times what I do in the pressure cooker, it infuses the whole sauce. It can be added to stock. Parmesan rind has a lot of flavor, so don't sleep on that. All right, what questions do we have? Questions about knives, questions about radicchio, questions about vinaigrettes. How are we feeling?
I think somebody asked about what kind of vinegars you have at home.
I mean, this is a deeply personal question, but okay, homemakers. I have a reduced balsamic glaze that's very thick that I like to use for bruschetta that won't add too much water. I have a really nice, kept the price of it to myself, aged balsamic. We are allowed our secrets, okay? Not you're allowed to keep your secrets. A really nice, a syrupy aged balsamic from Italy that I use as a finishing. So on a steak or even a little top of the salad, I like that one. And then I have just a general one I bought from the store that is kind of my workhorse balsamic, everyday salad dressings, a little vinegar to maybe a sauce, something like that. What about you, Chef Kat? We're telling secrets. If I'm on blast, so are you.
I don't have a lot of vinegars at home, but I did just buy a really nice blood orange olive oil that I would like to use in an olive oil cake.
Wow.
That one.
That was vulnerable to admit. And I thank you for trusting us with that information, because I know that wasn't cheap.
I did get it from a really nice oil shop, and I just stood there and I sampled all of these really nice imported oils.
Did you look at the price, or did you do that chef thing where you're like, I need this?
I looked at it and I was like, I need something from here.
Yeah.
So
there's nothing like chef negotiations to do highly irresponsible things. Word. Love that. Okay, salad done. Now we're gonna go on work on our mixture for the porchetta. Porchetta comes from around the central region of Italy, but you can find it all throughout now. It's very popular. Sliced porchetta is a sandwich that's very popular that you can find in Rome. Italian immigrants brought it over here to the States. And it's very big on the East Coast, where you have sliced pork or marinated pork sandwiches. If there's anyone from Philly on the call that has their favorite place to get a roast pork sandwich, because it's usually a semolina roll, roast pork, broccoli rabe, provolone. It's a whole thing, and it's a very passionate, almost like cheesesteak, it's a passionate opinion. So that's kind of the origin from those is porchetta. The one we're doing is actually going to have the crackling, the pork skin on the outside, and we're going to get that really crispy. So rather than just shredded roast, we're going to have the whole thing that's like slices. So we're going to just start with a bunch of beautiful aromatics. I'm going to get these going here. I want to tell you something, my favorite thing about Schmidt Brothers is that they are made in the USA and family owned. or a USA founded company. So that is so beautiful that it's family owned. We are like a family here at Homemade, and so love that it started with two brothers and it's still a family owned business. So that's pretty cool, and it's pretty recent. The fact that they're able to produce this level of knives, they only started in 2010. So it's really impressive how much that they've grown, and that's still family owned. So we love that here. Our Homemade family proves of the Schmidt family for sure.
Every time I use these knives, I am just like constantly impressed by them. They're so comfortable to hold.
They're so comfortable. Well, here's the thing about the titanium black that we have. Because it is titanium, it's able to be lighter weight. A common theme most with traditional German knives is they tend to be a little heavier. That's why they're usually the workhorses. But with these Schmidt Brothers knives, you're still getting that kind of German durability, but you're not getting the heaviness of it, which I feel like that makes it more versatile for people. So again, it's a really good gift to give someone. I can't recommend it enough. We have some rosemary here. We have some sage. All these herbs are probably in your fridge right now. I've got some time. I'm gonna pick some more. Just gonna take my thyme sprig, a little reminder, and we pull down, and that's how we get our little thyme off. I aspire to be one of these people who can keep all these herbs alive in their garden. The herbs, or Mother Nature is winning. I am not. I get about a month out of them, and I don't know what happens. Then they leave the building. So it's a lot of effort to keep herbs alive. I know I've mastered horticulture and gardening and crop science when I'm able to keep sage and thyme alive for like a 365, a full calendar year. Do you grow herbs, Chef Kat?
No, but I would love to. It is such like a treat having fresh herbs at home for me.
One day, right? It's good to have goals, even though realistically I know I may never attain them. Like, it's still good to say, this is what I want to do. I think it's very important. Okay, so we've got sage, rosemary, thyme. You want to add a little parsley in here? Go for it. We're going for earthy, woodsy ones. So I've got my knife here, and then I've got my pinch grip. And again, that specified curve that's patented just to Schmidt Brothers. My fingers fit really nicely in there. And I'm just rocking back over these herbs. Just going back and forth over them. You don't need them pulverized, but we want to get a nice chop on them because this is what we're going to spread all over the pork.
And a sharp knife here also helps reduce your herb bruising, so you keep more of that really nice flavor in there.
So the thing about these knives, about whatever knives you're getting that really good, that German stainless steel from Schmidt Brothers Cutlery, is that when you're using a high quality base material, a lot of people don't realize is that means that you're gonna hold your sharp on your knife longer. A sharp knife, contrary to what might feel like common sense, is actually a sharper knife. Because you're not, if you have a dull knife, you're actually pushing down harder and then you can nick yourself. So it's really important to have a sharp knife. Please, please, please get your knives routinely sharpened. With a good quality knife like this, they'll hold the sharpness for several months, at least like 6 to 9 months, depending how frequently you use it. So that's a huge difference. Cheaper, less quality knives are going to, you can sharpen it perfectly, you can have it professionally sharpened. It's not gonna hold the sharp.
I've seen knives that'll lose the edge like cutting a tomato.
Oh.
That's the cheap knives.
You know where I find that out is when you go to help people cook at their houses, like friends, and then you realize they don't have the same like tolerance for knives that you do. Like, you have different vibes for knives, and then you're like, oh, where'd you get this knife? And you're like, I don't know, I think someone gave it to me and they got it from someone, and you realize it's been around for like 45 years, and it's not in a good way. It's not because it's really good quality. And the plastic handle's kind of coming off. We've all been there. No judgment, but it is rough trying to cut with a really bad knife. It does feel like I'm gonna lose a fingertip at any time. So I've got my herbs there. I got some red pepper flakes. You can adjust this to your preference of heat. I really like, I'm a spicy Italian sausage girl, so I do like a little heat in there. We've got some lemon. We're gonna do the zest, just the zest, because we're not wanting to add moisture. What we're trying to add here is the essential oils from the zest. You just want to zest down to the white. The white is the pith, and that's bitter, so as soon as you get there, you just want to go on. I love a good sharp grating tool. This is going to get, and you can actually, with the paring knife of the Schmidt Brothers knife, you could peel it and then finally mince the zest as well. A little paring knife is sharp enough to do that. I got my lemon there. And then we've got a mortar and pestle that we're just going to grind a little bit of fennel seeds. Just lightly grind. I just want to break them apart a little bit. Again, this is that black licorice anise kind of flavor that's permeates so much of Italian cooking that I love. Fennel and pork go really well together. If you're trying to find one identifying flavor of Italian sausage, like pork sausage, it's fennel. That's the flavor that makes it, it's fennel. So I'm just gonna grind this up a little bit and add that in here. How could this be bad? Look at all this deliciousness we're adding in here. Get this guy out of the way. Yum. And a couple cloves of garlic. And I'm just gonna take my knife and press it and smash it here. Chef Cat, we've got two great knife blocks that we're featuring. We've got the jet black 7-piece. We also have the acacia 14-piece. This one is exclusive to Walmart, which I think is great because now we have all these different places that you can find them. This jet black, the 9-piece is at Target, and then the 12-piece set is Crate and Barrel. You can also order off the website, correct?
Yeah, definitely. The 7-piece is available on the Schmidt Bros website, and I will happily drop that link
absolutely,
in the chat.
schmidtbrothers.com. So if you are thinking, as you are watching this class, this would be a good Christmas gift. And please know, an acceptable answer is also, this would be a good gift for myself because you deserve nice things too. So if you're thinking about it and like, I need to do this for myself, if you order by tomorrow, tomorrow is the last day for guaranteed shipping by Christmas. So if you're thinking about it, go ahead. We'll put the link for the website. I'm just going to finely mince this garlic here. And now officially smells super Italian because we've got the delicious garlic edition. I love this matte black, but what I really like for the acacia set, because I have a lot of kind of rustic wood elements in my kitchen. When I used to help design kitchens, a big thing is I loved using acacia because you have so many different tones in the wood that those tones will pull from all the other different tones in your kitchen and kind of naturally match them. So that's why I really like acacia. It's a good wood because of all the different kind of color tones in it. And it just feels beautiful. I'm a big pro acacia person.
And all of the wood that the Schmidt brothers use are sustainably sourced, and we love that.
That is huge. They are very focused on sustainability. But okay, that was really big. We need to say that again one more time.
All of their knives are FSC certified, sustainably sourced.
That's huge. We love that. Yay, Schmidt brothers. You can see why they were so proud to be partnering with them. Look how fast that knife cut up that garlic. Is it gonna be obvious it's me if these knives disappear from the...
Is it gonna be you or is it me?
See, and I think it's good we say this on camera because it's plausible deniability. It's not, you can say it's me, I can say it's you, and then we'll never know. We can just each pick out our favorite one. All right. You could probably put this on a rubber tire and it would taste delicious. This mixture is perfection. Last thing we need to add is a big old pinch of fresh ground pepper. and big old pinch of salt. This is a lot. Don't freak out. This is a lot of pork we're doing here. So we need a lot of salt. And I'm just gonna mix this by hand. And I'm gonna add just a skosh of olive oil in here, good quality olive oil. I'm not trying to make a dressing. I'm just trying to moisten it up slightly. And then this is gonna be our marinade for the pork. How we feeling? Are we ready to make some porchetta?
I'm so ready.
It smells that.
I can smell it from here.
Can you smell it?
Yeah.
It smells incredible. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of just moving around. I am gonna work, I think I'm gonna work on this. Let's see, no, I'm gonna swipe up a board. This is where my brain power. We're just moving stuff out of the way here to guarantee us a little bit of a.
I think this is such like a great holiday recipe, or just like a showstopper dinner recipe. Any meat like this that's like rolled and has like a stuffing in it is just so beautiful.
Well, also what we have to remember is you can absolutely roast this the day before and then slice it and reheat it the day of. All right. Behold, all of the pork in Seattle. We've got a pork tenderloin and we've got a pork belly here. So as I flip this around, you'll see that's the skin. That's the crackling. That's the really good part. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm actually gonna pull the paring knife. First step is I'm gonna make slits in this skin, because these slits, I'm not going all the way down, about 2 inches apart or so, or inch. I'm not going all the way down to the meat, but I am trying to create a little surface area in here with the fat. So as it roasts, it renders off more and it gets really crispy. In versions in Italy, you can even do a whole pig. So porchetta kind of can refer to just the belly. You can use a whole slab of pig. I was not as close to the holidays we are emotionally or mentally prepared to do a whole pig in front of a live audience. But I couldn't possibly, but this feels attainable. And then I'm gonna just go crosses this way.
So you're really just cutting into the fat only.
Just
here.
the fat portion to try to create some space in between. I'm not cutting all the way down to the meat. I'm really just trying to stay in the skin area. I love a pork skin. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. How do we feel about that? Does that feel doable? That was just cutting skin and diagonal. And you can even do across and do cross. You don't have to do diagonal. This feels like, okay? All right. That was step one. Now I'm going to flip it over. And I'm now going to make some slits. Again, I'm not going all the way through. I'm just creating little slits for the marinade to get into. So these little slits, whenever my mom makes prime rib, she makes slits all throughout it and actually stuffs in whole garlic cloves in there. So making slits in meat to make sure marinade or flavorings can get in, not a crazy new concept. And then I have my tenderloin here. I'm gonna roll up my tenderloin in this. Because this is so long, I'm actually, and this is all depending on the size you do. So I'm gonna first take this and slice her up here. I might do one more on top of that. This is a method, it's not an exact. So if you wanna get a larger pork belly and you can fit a whole tenderloin in there, go for it. It's all about how much you want to do. Some porchetta is just the pork belly. Some will actually have ground meat, ground pork in here. Some will have tenderloin. There's so many variations of this out there. So know that this is, again, a method and that not all porchetta are the same. This is ours. And so now that I've got these guys sized up, I am going to put this guy to the side over here. Don't worry about him. We're gonna eat him. I'm gonna again make some little slits around the pork just to make sure that marinade is able to get in there. And what I'm looking for here is to make sure that this wraps all the way around. What we don't want is a lot of this excess skin rolled in here. So this meat's right at the ends. That's perfect. We're gonna tie it. If you do have excess skin and need to pull away the meat from it, you can take your knife. These knives are so sharp, and you can start pulling away. If you can see here, I have a little flap. I'm starting to pull away the meat from the skin. So if you have a long piece and you want to use it all, so let's say I'm just going here. You want to make sure you don't have, you want to cut this fat off because you don't want fat rolled inside. Does that make sense? Because if that skin's inside, it's going to just be rubbery and chewy. This skin, this fat needs exposure to the outside to get really rendered and really crispy and delicious. I'll still eat it. Let's everyone calm down. I mean, it's going to take a lot more than that, but I'm going to just take my beautiful knives over here, put them to the side. Okay, now it's marinade time. I've just got this beautiful rub. It's slightly moistened from the oil. First up in here, look, how is this going to be bad? Look at this. Oh, come on.
So you're just working it into the meat here.
Just working it in, working into the slits a little bit. I understand. I actually have had friends who've said to me, I hate touching raw meat. I get that. I don't want to shame anyone. I do understand that. You can buy food-safe gloves at restaurant supply stores, online. Sometimes I find if this part isn't your favorite, that the food-safe gloves really will kind of make a difference from actually having that contact. Okay, can you see all this goodness? Do you see all this goodness rubbed and massaged in? That is gonna marinate and be beautiful. Trying to get all that garlic, all the herbs. Put this to the side. Okay. And now I'm gonna take this and seam side down. How we doing? Does that make sense? Is this making sense? This feels logical? Okay.
Yes.
I've got some butcher twine. I've got one long piece down, and then I have 3 pieces that I've just laid across. We're gonna tie this to hold it together. There is, and you can see, I highly recommend going online to YouTube and looking at the YouTube videos of how you can take one long piece and fold it in, and one long piece tie it. It's called a butcher tie. You do a little knots, you go through. And my background is in pastry, and this is where it's showing. I can tell, this is where I can tell I never had a practical to pass culinary school to do the butcher twine, because I was playing with it so much, and I finally had to go, this is gonna be embarrassing for me and for you watching me try to do this. So, I'm doing it this way. I have a feeling a lot of you at home, this is the way you're gonna do it, and there's nothing wrong with that. As long as this baby is tied up, that's the goal. If you want to spend the holiday break practicing it, get a paper towel roll and have some fun and go for it. I will be drinking mulled wine, but you do you, okay? That's whatever, each their own. So I'm gonna get this guy down. And first up, let's see. I'm gonna get this guy out of the way. Say goodbye to our pork board. Okay, first up is I'm gonna take the long one and I'm gonna go under twice, and then I'm gonna do, let me do that again so you can see. Okay, got my string, I go under once, keep that guy, and then I go under again. This is like learning to tie your shoes again. The bunny goes underneath, and then I'm gonna give it one really good knot. That's my first one. If only I had scissors. Oh my gosh! In the 14-piece acacia set, there's scissors. I got these, guys. I'm gonna cut these.
So how tight are we tying these?
I mean, you don't need to cut off circulation, but if you can see, like I barely have a finger underneath there. We just want to make sure it's tight. We're just trying to hold this whole thing together. So my first string here, go under once, go under again. And you can even take it and go underneath this large tie, one side there, and then one side underneath. And now it's actually underneath this main string that I have coming down. You can see, even trying to describe this, it's imagine me on YouTube trying to watch this. Okay, so one, we're just trying to tie it up, and then we cut it. Again, I'm gonna take one string and go under my main string. I'm gonna take this side, go around the other side, knot underneath, close it, maybe do one more knot. The porchetta is gonna taste the same, y'all, no matter how you do these ties. As long our goal is just holding this bad boy together. That's it. And you're cutting it off for presentation, so this isn't like a presentation thing. If anyone judges you how you tie your porchetta, please evict them from your house immediately. That is not the energy we're looking for the last 2 weeks of December. 100% no.
They don't get any porchetta.
They don't get porchetta. Absolutely not. So I close it, cut it, boom. There she is. What are our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions? Let me hear it, Chef Kat. I'm gonna wash my hands over here.
We're doing great here. Mostly, I just have to say, there was a discussion about black licorice in the chat.
Well, I didn't think we were going to get this political the end of the year. I don't want to get, it's
a strong flavor.
You know what? I feel safe, and maybe it's all the pork fat, but I'm going to say something here. I'm team black licorice. 1,000%. Give me all the black licorice, all of it. I love it. What I am not down with, there is like a salted, I want to say Australian variety, like salted black licorice. Salt and black licorice wasn't my favorite, but like the very like good and plenty, 1,000%. I'll eat that in a movie theater. I don't care. Team black licorice. I love you. I see you. I'm with you. I stand with you. Wait, where are you on this?
I have to be in the mood for black licorice. I won't just leave it, but I have to be in the mood for it.
It wasn't a firm no, but it was the softest yes I've ever heard. It was the most non-committal yes to black licorice. Well played, Kat. All right, I've got this guy on a rack, on a pan. This is going into the fridge at least 6 hours. If not, just do it overnight. Do it the day before you're making it if you can. Uncovered. I want it to dry out. The skin getting dried out, the fat is what's gonna make it really crispy. Make those little chicharrones really crispy. So that's it. This bad boy's ready to go. I'm gonna take her over to the back, and we are gonna do a little swap out, and I'm just gonna wipe down real quick. Chef Kat, hit us with some facts where we can find the knives.
Yeah, so the Jet Black 7-piece set is available on the Schmidt Brothers website.
Okay.
And then the 9-piece set is available exclusively at Target, if I'm correct.
Amazing.
And then there's also a 12-piece set and a 4-piece steak knife set that you can get at Crate and Barrel.
Oh,
yeah.
You will often find me just wandering at Crate and Barrel. If someone had a tracker on me, 90% of the time at a Crate and Barrel or a Target. So this makes me very happy.
And then our 14-piece forged acacia set is available at Walmart.
Which is this beautiful set back here.
Online and in store. I have to say the knife block for that is absolutely stunning. It's stunning.
It's those wood tones. It's just really, I think the way I would describe it is warm. It adds a lot of warmth to your kitchen.
And as someone who does not have a lot of counter space at home, these vertical knife
I
blocks
love how vertical they are. Oh,
they are such a space saver.
Where were these during my very like 400 square foot apartment days with 3 roommates? This is what I needed. All right. So getting wiped down here. It's time to slice. This stove's gonna talk to me. All right. There you go. What we want to do after is chilled again, air chilled at least 6 hours, if not overnight. I would take it out for half an hour to just come to room to kind of temp a little bit. I never like taking a roast straight from the fridge and going in the oven. It's always good, like with your Thanksgiving turkey, your prime rib, always take it out and just let it sit to 20 to 30 minutes to kind of warm up a little. As you're preheating your oven, that's the perfect time to do it. We are gonna wanna start at a higher heat. Chef Cal, look at those oven temperatures for me, will you, on that recipe? We're gonna wanna start at a higher heat for about 20 to 30 minutes. It's gonna be 450, so really high. We wanna get a huge blast of hot heat to get those cracklings going, to get that fat going. And then we're gonna reduce it down to 325. So about 450, 30 minutes, and then 325 between 2 to 2.5 hours. That's if you did our total weight of 5 pounds, 2 pounds tenderloin, 3 pounds belly. Obviously, the larger you go, the longer time it's gonna take. I think the biggest thing to tell you what to know is get a food thermometer, put it right in the center. The temp you are looking for is 145. So pull it out at 145 and then let it rest at least 20 minutes. Do your old friend Chef Jenny a favor. Do not slice hot meat straight from the oven. You're gonna lose, oh, Chef Kat literally made a face wince. You can't see, her whole body recoiled in disgust. You lose all your juices. They all flow out. So you gotta let your meat rest. And then, dun 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 dun. Come on. The oven's gonna start beeping at me. Can you all see that? Look at the juice that comes out of that. Oh. Be ladylike on camera. Be ladylike on camera. Be ladylike on camera. Okay. We did a little smaller one to do our swap out, but you can see it's the same vibes. I'm gonna take my knife sharp enough here. I'm just gonna pull away my twine. I did this twine yesterday, and I'm pretty proud that it stayed together. There were concerns, there were rumors going around that it may not, because I think it was so clear as a pastry chef as you saw me rolling those. The skin, I'm gonna try to get my mic here. Can you hear that crisp? Well, of course there's a fire truck going by the second I do this. We're in downtown Seattle. She is unforgiving as I am trying. The fact that we went the whole class without an emergency vehicle and the second I did that is pretty funny. It's very crispy. You can hear the crisp on it. So I'm gonna just take all this away. Do not throw this out. This is delicious goodness. Put in a fat separator, make a little pan gravy with the juices. That fat should be over some potatoes and put back in the oven. That fat should be on carrots. That fat should be on pancake. I don't care what you put on, but that fat needs to be used other places. It would be great on a roast potatoes. So I'm gonna try this knife over here. I love all the knives. Look how easy that came off. Okay. I'm gonna try to cut a ladylike portion here. Come on, can you guys see that? Look at the spiral. Oh, it smells so good. A very popular thing, which you can absolutely understandable, is to take this and put it between 2 slices of bread and make an incredible sandwich with. So this is where that kind of East Coast roast pork come from, that idea, because this is meant to be between 2 slices of really good bread. I'm thinking ciabatta, I'm thinking Italian
A really
soft.
nice, rustic, hearty bread that can handle it.
I'm gonna be honest, what I would tell you if I had bread here, I would be pulling off pieces. I would not separate the fat out. I would just be dipping in this and then going to town.
That sounds really good.
I mean, I understand if there's, I mean, I understand if you're recoiling now at the idea of that, but I think that, I mean, it's everything not to do with a straw with this. All right, I've got my delicious greens over here. Look at that. It's still got some texture to it because we didn't toss it before, so we're tossing it now. Oh. Shaved radicchio, arugula, shaved parm, a little vinaigrette. That's all you need. And you can see with all these greens, with how rich and beautiful this looks, how that's going to be such a nice contrast to it. A big pet peeve of mine is going into people's houses and they don't have sharp enough steak knives. Like being served a butter knife to cut meat with it's a humbling experience. Have you seen people try to do it? It's not a good look. It's not a sexy look, right? So Schmidt Brothers has a whole array of steak knives. These ones are from the acacia set. Look how beautiful that is with the wooden handle. I love that. What I really like about this one, it's serrated. So this is good for all tougher pieces of meat, like if you want to get at a ribeye, beautiful. The Matte Black has steak knives too, I believe. So there's they have a whole bunch of different sets of 4 and so reasonably priced too. A set of 4 steak knives is a great gift to give someone. If you are going to the dreaded white elephant party, maybe a work white elephant gift exchange, do not get something that someone's just going to donate in 2 weeks. Be the people who bring a set of steak knives. Why aren't more people bringing this to White Elephant? This is the vibes we need for the rest of 2023, okay? So.
And I have to say, this Jet Black 4-piece steak knife set, it comes in a nice box.
Oh, it's a beautiful box.
Perfect.
It's like a wooden box, right?
It's a beautiful wooden box.
I mean, I want to be that guy at the White Elephant. I mean, just to like, no, this is how you give a gift, just to show everyone up. And they're like, was that the $10 limit? I'm like, no, I don't care. I brought some class to the situation. I don't know why I'm being so aggressive at the White Elephant gift exchange, but come on, look at this. So I've got my pork, I've got my greens. If you want to serve it with a little lemon wedge, you can. I'm going to do something, and I'm just like, I need us to all be okay with it, all right? We're all okay? We're all going to be cool?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay, we're cool. We're all being cool. We're staying cool.
You can't just let that sauce hang out.
Look, ranch is fat, okay? So I know it seems fatty, but it's okay. Oh, it's got to be the perfect bite. Do I dare go for, I'm going to get some tenderloin, so I'm going to go for the center. Ooh, steak knife's just cutting right through it. All that marinade is in there. And it just kind of like solidifies with the meat all around the tenderloin. And because we made those slits, they're cutting up. Be ladylike. Don't eat too big of a bite on camera. It's happening. I'm attempting to get greens. I'm not preoccupied with it right now. Cheers to you, Shakat. Cheers to you at home watching, and Schmidt Brothers, thank you. I'm I'm like at a 10 right now. It's so herby and garlicky and then just roasty. That savory umami. It's melting in my mouth from all of that fat that is rendered in. You need the radicchio. You need a little acidity to counteract it. Oh, what a perfect holiday recipe. But 1,000 times I'd rather have this than turkey. I said it. It's so much more flavorful. I need to eat all of this, so we're gonna go. But we want to say thank you to all of you for coming. Thank you to Chef Kat, of course, for always being here and being in charge. And most importantly, thank you to Schmidt Brothers. We are so enamored with you as a company, your commitment to sustainability, and that you are family owned. We're so proud to work with you. Please check them out, and remember, if you order from them by tomorrow, you can get your shipment by Christmas. So pretty big, pretty huge, and we're grateful for them for sharing just all their beautiful knives with us. Next week, last week of the year of all the classes, Monday, we've got one more time. Citrus salmon with smashed fingerling potatoes. That's going to be with Chef Joel. That's going to be a great class. We hope to see you all there. Have a great weekend. Good luck shopping, everyone. Until we see you next time, keep on cooking. Thanks for coming, everyone. Bye.